Greetings, viewers. I'm your host, Gabriel Bork, founder of Arctico Productions. From analysis and ranking videos to animated shorts, clips, and test footage, Arctico Productions is the #1 channel to watch if you're interested in all these types of videos, which will soon to be an independent film studio that makes mature animated movies for teens, adults, and occasionally older kids. Funding for my channel is sponsored by, nobody today, just me. So, I heard some good things about Disney Pixar's new movie, Hoppers. And I really wanted to see it, just to see if it was really true that Pixar made a good movie. Since I moved out of my parents' house, and now I lived with a host home provider, I had to wait patiently since I couldn't see it on opening night. It was snowing pretty bad on the day of its release, that is. So on Saturday, March 7th, I got on my electric scooter, drove down the road to a nearby mall in my humble mountain town of Thornton, Colorado, paid for my movie ticket, and 105 minutes later, it was actually really good. No, seriously, it really is. I'm going to keep this review kind of brief because my Pixar ranking video is in early development stages right now as we speak, as I'm making this Pixar movie review. And I'll talk more about Hoppers later. I know there are more ranking videos on Pixar movies by other YouTubers, but I myself am making an updated version of the ranking video in a similar manner to another YouTuber like, say, actually I don't want to name any names right now. But back to the movie review. It was actually really good. I see this as an absolute win for Pixar. I know the premise seems derivative at first, right? A human puts its subconscious into the body of an animal. It uses it to interact with other animals and inspires them to rise up against humans. That sounds a lot like James Cameron's Avatar.
This is nothing like Avatar!
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna be honest, this movie is like everything Avatar should have been. And that's kind of a compliment to Pixar. Now, with that said, even though this is a Pixar movie, it didn't really feel like one. It felt more like an A-tier DreamWorks movie, which is kind of the polar opposite of, like, say, The Wild Robot, which felt like an S-tier Pixar movie, kind of like what Shafrillis said in his review. And yet, I cannot imagine Pixar making The Wild Robot, nor can I imagine DreamWorks making Hoppers. It's just impossible to imagine that, in my honest opinion. Hell, it's actually even in quality on with Illumination's movie, Despicable Me. Well, maybe that's kind of selling this movie short. This movie is nothing like an Illumination movie. It's actually a lot better than those movies, except maybe Despicable Me. But this movie's a bit better than Despicable Me, but it's on par with that movie's quality, mostly. It's like I'm actually watching a good movie with a good, well-made plot and story that subverts its derivative premise, where every scene furthers the plot along, and there are character arcs and growth, and there's a villain who's surprisingly intimidating and who actually dies, and it's very funny and hysterical, and overall a really great time? Wow, Pixar, I'm really impressed. So yeah, more original movies like Hoppers, please, Pixar. Also, Toy Story 5 is coming out on June 19th later this year. And look, Pixar, if this is your way of making it up to the fans of Toy Story who felt that the 4th movie ruined the impact of the 3rd film in their opinions, then so be it. I'll allow it myself. Just please be the final Toy Story film. Do not make any more Toy Story films after the 5th one. Please, I'm begging you. There'll be nowhere left to go for good, for real, after 5. Thank you for watching this movie review, everybody. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Arctico Productions. And also go see Disney Pixar's Hoppers and all the way through. And I should be going now, so I bid y'all adieu.